Good morning and welcome to another video. Now that the harness installation is going on well, it's time to get the car rolling again. What you would have seen is in the S13 video we put on some B-knuckle. Now that came off my 13 originally, so now we have some stock knuckles that I was able to source. And as you can imagine, stock knuckles aren't really going to cut it, so we need the setups as close as possible to the two cars. So we brought them to Staubli because he's going to cut and weld them for me. This is beautiful and actually Swiss legal IS200, IS300 wagon on some lovely P1s. Currently on his winter setup, he says. So yeah, bring to him, he'll get them welded, get them back in the car, get the car rolling and drifting soon. So I dropped my knuckles off to Rafi while he's changing tyres. You're doing your daily business.
Hi guys.
We'll be back here quite a lot, I think, this year, or next year as well. This is a project he's got. It's a Primera. Not Primera. What's it called again?
Hey, it's Primera.
Yeah, I was right. Okay, I'm getting old and forgetting. So
it's like the base from the British BTCC.
Yep.
I'm sat in the middle of the track, going nowhere. Yeah, I can see you, mate.
Well, they're not sure back at the front yet, but they're the damaged reports from Alain Menu and James Thompson, both reporting to their...
4-door spec Primera, yeah.
In the saloon. He's got on these big 18-inch wheels. You have a lot of plans for this.
Here in Switzerland we got a lot of these cars just with the hatchback, the smaller back of the car. And also 5-door, and this is a rare 4-door one.
And
Let's see how this goes.
You have big plans to put it into a replica BTCC car. So Rafi's plan is to finish the Primera and then get onto the 8.6 because in April we're going to France.
Yeah,
Okay.
April I wanna rip the shit out of this car.
Yeah. Get back to it. This is your first 8.6?
Yeah.
First 8.6 for Rafi, so he's gonna tick off more boxes on this old school JDM Dream. You got some crazy wheels, but they aren't going on yet, are they? Because they're 15 by 9?
15 by 9 old school Hayashi, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still jealous that you found these. In Austria, yeah?
The wheels, yeah, from Austria, and the car is, back then it was a car from Greece?
Yep.
Yeah, from Greece. So it was driven by an old lady for over 20 years, and as you can see from the sticker, it was in Creta. The car moved in 2019 from the island to Belgium. The guy in Belgium sold the car to a guy in Holland.
Yep.
Like, Netherlands. And yeah, I collected the car in Netherlands 1 year ago, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The good thing is the car never saw snow, never saw salt. Just the outside is a little bit used, but all the underneath of the car is
Oh, perfect.
perfect.
It's not often you hear that about an 8.6. And all these parts that are freshly painted and powder coated and brand new, all for this car. And the new arches so you can fit the Hayashis.
And it's full interior, the car. Like,
Oh wow, all clean as well. Yeah, that's very hard to find in an 8.6.
Yeah.
Uncracked dash as well.
yeah.
Stock steering wheel.
Back seats as well.
Seats. Ah, this thing's beautiful. And he's gonna let me drive it in France.
Almost stock 4AG as well. Like, the pre-owner just put an air filter on, but
Ah, that's all you need. That's what mine was when I had my 8.6. Just completely stock with an air filter, and it was plenty. Maybe I had a manifold, but I cannot remember.
yeah, I tried to do manifold later, but first of all, I tried to get that thing simple and back on the streets with a good diff, a new steering rack as well. This one was fucked, and a few more bits here and there, but try to keep it simple and enjoy.
It's really clean, really clean. Oh, I just noticed this left-hand drive.
Yeah.
What wheels are these?
These are work equipped.
Work equipped.
Yeah. I collected them from Juan, famous guy who sell all the used wheels in Europe.
Yeah, in France.
Yeah, and the thing was, these were his private wheels.
Not listed.
Yeah.
Actually, funny story, his chaser was actually owned by a drifter at Ebisu that used to street drifted when he went over there. And then all of a sudden it ended up in France. So we've seen that car street driving all around Japan and going back and forth to Ebisu. And then now it's only a few hours away.
Small world.
Very small. Isn't it pretty? Now with all the knuckles, the pair knuckles dropped off, it's time to get everything else sorted. But unfortunately, while I was up at Rafi's, he showed me this lovely pair of ABS 6 wheels that he just got refurbished and repowder coated, amongst many other wheels of his collection, which I am severely jealous of. This got me thinking. The front wheels I have for my car are VSMXs now. These ones. I've had them for around 9.5 years, so nearly the length of the car, and they've seen quite a lot of salt from the UK, a lot of battering, and yeah, they're quite nasty. As you can see, some rusty water, some, I don't know how many coats of paint, they've just been used and abused. So now we go down another side quest. I'm gonna pop the faces out, send them down to Rafi, get this all hopefully spick and span and nice. I'll polish up the lips as best as I can, and from there it should do. The plan is to eventually get them relipped and shiny. Not a huge dish, they're already 17 by 9, so maybe a 9.5 would be perfect, but we want them looking a bit better. For now, we'll get them out, and when we go to collect the knuckles, we'll also drop these off. And once they come back from powder coating, maybe then it's time to put them on the car and get going. Progress is good. So we try for some new camera angles. I don't have any WD-40 or anything, any penetrating fluid or penetrant, so I should probably go get some before I try this. We'll give it a go. Worst case scenario, we'll do some cutting and we get some fresh hardware. But, what's the worst that could happen? Ah. They're already being stubborn. Okay, maybe we're going to be doing the wire brush and go get some penetrant. Okay, plan B. Okay, so we're going to try this again. They're bloody tight, so I wire brushed the hell out of them. I sprayed some fluid. Get some fluid on it. Let it sit for a bit. If this doesn't work, then we'll go out and get some WD-40 or some other GT40 or whatever penetrant they have in Switzerland. Okay, that loosened them off. Now we just have a lot more to go. Actually, these wheels, they were from Chris Burnett originally. It's a really old school drifter from Northern Ireland. He is the one with the Drift Games video where he has the 180SX S13 clamshell thing. I'll put a link to the video for that car, but yeah, I was watching Chris Burnett drift when before I had a license, everything like that, and I got these wheels off him about 9.5, 10 years ago. But I think we found the method. Alright, gonna have to rethink this. So after I fell off these things, I decided to put it on the floor. The force to break these loose compared to the KFs was, hella heavy, but they all broke loose, no nuts rounded, so hopefully that one goes just as nice. Now let's get the face out. So now they've all broke loose. I hope I got all of them. I've brought these back out. Use some power tools. If I can find the right size. Beautiful. that's enough of that. I don't think it's that interesting to watch, so I'll come back to it when it's out, or when it's time to kick it out. Well, that's all the nuts off. Some of this awful paint is coming off, and you can see how the details of the work. So the original bolts, they've never been off. I don't think anyway. So we'll flip it upside down after you take the nuts off. We don't want them going everywhere. And then, since I don't really care about them, I give them a kick, and they should just pop right out. Now to find something heavy enough and big enough that I'll just sit in there and pop it out. Yep, there goes that idea. Okay, so hear me out. I don't have a hammer. I have nothing really. Well, I have hammers, but they're all small and dainty. I need to get a big hammer, a big 5-pound hammer, a big sledge. I've got nothing of sorts that'll even come close to helping. Apart from the diff. Maybe this will work. It's not my diff. It's Momo's. So, shouldn't break a diff. If I do, bugger, I order another diff. Let's see if it works. Is it working? I have no idea. Haha! Oh, it's leaking fluid as well. Shit. If you need to get a job done, you'll always find some hillbilly solution. It worked. Now on to the next one. Happy, but you don't need to see that, so next time you see is 2 faces, all good, all out, ready to go to Rafi. Happy. Whoa, really corroded. I did not realize how corroded this would be. This would be satisfying to clean up and tidy up. Oh, that's like it's been out the ocean. Horrible. But that's what we're here for. This is why we're doing it. Get it all spick and span and nice and... Whoa. And the face is the same. Definitely happy I'm doing this. As you can see, it left this wee shadow, and the diff fluid. Oh, I hate the smell of this. Anybody who says they like the smell of diff fluid, you're an absolute nonce. Jesus Christ, horrible, disgusting smell. And that's the front pair off. Ready to go to Rafi, get powder coated, same silver, just a wee bit nice and clean, just to finish off the front end a little bit better. Definitely gotta attack this though, try and spruce it up a little bit. We're getting there. Ooh. Now the next question is how to refurbish this. I'm pretty sure I'll try and go for a polished finish on the outside, but then, as you can see, this is a bit bleh. Does anybody know if I can sand it back and get it looking mirror finish again, or looking as clear as possible? Let me know. Or if you do this kind of work, also let me know, and I will send them to you. Now, while I try and figure out or get some advice, maybe from you guys, how to polish those up and the lips and everything like that, I went to Rafi and collected my knuckles because he had them fully sandblasted, cut, and they are back once again. Happy is an understatement. We get one step closer to getting this car rolling and back driving. So, the color, there is no color. They got sandblasted. I liked the silver, but I also liked his lovely welds and the way the heat and everything went through the metal. So I decided to clear them. So this is just knuckles cleared just so they don't rust. Here's the other one with a lovely brand new bearing on it. Big-ish spacer to go on. This will most likely get changed to a 60mm, but 40mm is all they had at the time. And that's good enough to check along with an additional 20mm spacer. If that's what I need, then I'll get one, because I don't really like stacking spacers. I've done it a lot in the past, but if I can get away with just having one, much better. So these knuckles as beautiful as they are, caused quite some controversy when they were posted onto my Instagram, onto my story. The reason being is, if you can tell, they are very similar to what you would see on a B-knuckle, and I can confirm that these are B-knuckle geometry. Now before you lose your mind and go, Kane, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Support the people, support Naoki. I get it, I understand. Now, bit of a backstory. This is not my first B-knuckle. If you watch my other videos, you will see a genuine B-knuckle from Animal Style on my S13 in Japan. There's basically two reasons why I have not went for another B-knuckle from America or Japan, and it mainly comes down to cost. The B-knuckle that I got originally was, I had to source my own knuckle, send it to America, they cut and welded it, painted it, and then sent it back. And all it took, I think, 2 months, and it also cost me around, I think it was 700, 800 or 900 after import taxes and everything, which is, it's a lot of money. Now, this cost me around 150. It's a huge difference. And one of my biggest defenses that I could say, not that I need to defend myself, is that I knew of 2 people, maybe 3 people with the B-knuckle jig before I purchased the original. So even though I knew I could get a cut knuckle with the B-knuckle geometry quickly and cheaply, I still decided to go and support Animal Style, Naoki, and all those people that run this knuckle. Will I spend that amount of money again just for a cut knuckle? No. Do I like the feeling of it? Absolutely. Do I want my S15 and my 13 to be as close as possible? Yes, that's why I have another one. Another point I have to say is I've seen a lot snap. Okay, a lot. I've seen 4 or 5, and they all snap here or they get crashed into, damaged. Not saying it's part of the weld, but when you have an accident in a car, the weakest point tends to go. What do you have me do? Send the knuckle all the way to the States to get realigned, re-welded, and then send it all the way back? Again, costing money and time. Or now I have the way to get the knuckle fixed and it's all sorted and I'm happy. That's sort of my thought process around it. I have a clear conscience when it comes to supporting people with their original product, so that's not a problem. I supported them once, I feel that is enough. I didn't give them the jig to create the B-knuckle, but we did use it to confirm a jig he already had. It's perfect, it works, and I'm still a big supporter of this. Feels good. Right, now enough of all that, let's get back to actually getting this car done. Just wanted to clear the air because a lot of people are being a bit sassy, you know, painting their fingernails before they come at me, so. It smells like it's burning. Can't be the 13, it's not even running. So now to get this thing on. Oh, even the leaves have moved in. Oh, there's a big puddle of oil. That's from Momo's Micra. She needs to clean it up. Time for you to go back on, but I do love this. I was like, oh, the clear came out really nice. Beautiful. Definitely not the pink and purple that the originals are, but that lives prettily on the 15. Ooh, such a mess. Oh. Get this bad boy back on. Right. We've all seen knuckle installations a million times, so we'll try some of this YouTube magic, and when it's done, and just like that, it's back together. It is not pretty at all, considering the knuckle is so nice and the bearing is so fresh. Even the lower arms. That's a lovely destroyer die. What's even got dirty sitting around. Hopefully we have some cash left in the budget at the end to get the new discs. We'll also paint these up, make them a bit more presentable, maybe red to match the car. At the moment, I just want everything on, everything bled, fluids in it, and then we can also do little nice things like that on weekends when I have some spare time. I do think I need to smash more of this out though. I'm gonna be hitting a lot of places with this wheel and the spacer. And we need another 20mm on top of that. But I'm happy. C18 is looking good. I pulled all the injectors because I wanted to take them for cleaning. I took some of the intercooler piping to Rafi because it needs a 5mm nipple welded on so that I can use it as boost reference for the wastegate. The reason I took the injectors out is because, well, I've seen Jimmy Oaksey was talking about injectors have been sitting a while, and you had to hammer. This car's been sitting for 5 years. I'm not about to risk the engine just over a couple $100 to get the injectors flow cleaned and serviced. Yes, a couple $100 sounds expensive. We're in Switzerland, everything is expensive, but it's a lot cheaper than an engine. They should be back this week. Intercooled piping next week. The faces are already sent off to Rafi, so we'll just chuck some random wheels on the front for now to get it rolling after everything is bled. Definitely need some of that mid-build motivation. These won't be on the front because they're 18s, but god damn, the gram lights look good, accompanied by the BSKS. Whoa. It's looking good. Whee! Progress is good, progress is great. That'll be it for this video. Hopefully next video we see a bigger headway. Timing build is done, and then maybe first start. Fingers crossed. Thank you very much for watching, and yeah, see you in the next one. Bye bye.